Hi, I'm Coach Grethe. Welcome to this video where we are going to talk about the RBDSM conversation. Hi Ada.
Hi.
So, the reason we want to have this conversation is because when we're going to engage in an intimate activity with someone, it's really good to have a conversation beforehand so that you know how to relate to the other person. And there's quite a few things to remember, which is why we use the acronym RBDSM. So each letter means something, and I'm going to add two more, A and T. So each letter has a meaning.
Yeah. What does it actually mean?
Yeah, I'll explain them short first, and then we'll go into each and every one of them. So the R is for relationships, the B is for boundaries, D is desires, S is sexual health, and M is meaning. And then we can also add A for aftercare and T for trauma.
Oh yeah, trauma.
Yeah.
Important.
Very important. So this is a very useful framework to use if you're going to be intimate with someone, and also if you're going to even like share a massage or do any form of exercise, or let's say maybe in the future you'll go to a Tantra temple and you're going to do some kind of activity with someone. It's a really good framework to share. And even like if you're on the apps and you're dating, even having that conversation before you meet someone, because the meaning is going to tell you what is the potential for this interaction. What does it mean? Does it mean it's a one-time hookup, or does it mean we're gonna get married, or you want to get married?
So this is only for something new, when you're starting something new, or can you bring this up with your existing partner as well?
Definitely, especially the desires and boundaries part, because that can change from day to day, or from hour to hour, or from minute to minute even.
Especially with us and hormones.
Yes, exactly, exactly. So the R then is relationships. So basically what it means is, are you in a relationship? What kind of relationships, and what are the boundaries in this relationship? So if I'm in a relationship with someone else, what am I free to do with you or someone else? Yeah, what are the agreements within the relationship, and what does that mean for what you and I can do? Or maybe I'm single and I can do whatever I want. Maybe I'm in a relationship and can do whatever I want. So it's good to have that clarified. So that's the R. And then the B is boundaries, which is great.
Oh yeah.
Because nothing creates freedom as much as boundaries.
Yeah.
Imagine taking your kid to a playground. Imagine taking him here.
Yeah.
This is a huge park with no fences. For you to watch him here would be quite stressful, because he could run around, he could disappear.
Yeah.
If you put a fence around, you can relax and he can relax.
True that.
Because you know exactly where he is, so there's so much freedom in it. And when we're interacting with someone, it also creates that freedom. Because if I know that you have strong boundaries, then I can ask you for anything. Because I know you will say no to me if you don't want to do it.
How do I not take it personal?
How do you not take it personal? You practice.
Okay.
So you
because
practice.
The no is not about me, but
no.
I can assume that many will take it personally.
Yeah, that's the thing that can happen.
Yeah.
You can think that the no is to you, but actually the no is to the activity right now.
Yeah.
It can also be to the activity with you, but that actually has only to do with how the other person feels. So how I feel about you has nothing to do with how desirable you are. But that's what we think. If you say no to me, I'm not desirable.
Yeah.
But that's maybe how we're programmed.
Maybe.
So for me, I think practice, and then realizing that a no is a gift. Because it means the other person is not going to let me cross their boundaries.
Yeah.
And I would never want to cross your boundaries. So for me, I'm really grateful for a no, because it keeps me safe.
Yeah.
It means I don't do anything to you or with you that you don't actually want.
Yeah.
Because if I let you do something with me that I don't want, I will start resenting you.
Yeah, that's the word that came to mind immediately.
Yeah.
If someone crosses my boundaries, then I become resentful.
And we don't want that with the people we love, or with anyone really. Yeah. So that's the boundaries, and the boundaries are about where do we accept touch or where do we don't want touch. Where is it okay to touch and what kind of touch? So for instance, maybe I don't want my feet touched, maybe I don't want my intimate parts touched, and maybe I don't want to be scratched, maybe I don't want to have marks, maybe I don't want soft touch, you know. So it can be, they can also change, like maybe some days I really want grounding touch, you know, then the soft touch is just going to be not feel good to me. So then that's the boundary that day. The boundary can also be no kissing. If you use this in sex, you can say, okay, today I actually don't want penetration. Because that opens up a whole world of other things. When you take that goal away, then there's so much else that can be opened up. So boundaries can also be used for play. Because if you take away the regular thing that always ends up with, then you open up the whole playground of everything else.
And what do you do, maybe I'm getting off topic here, but what do you do when when for example the guy gets offended because you say, I don't want penetration today? And many guys are unfortunately goal oriented.
Then that's a good conversation to have before you start anything.
Then you know where you have him.
Also because if you're already in the interaction and there is desire and you know, energy moving, then if they haven't experienced that before, it can be hard to handle that. So then it's actually good to have the conversation beforehand and say, hey, listen, I've been learning about desire and how it can build and how you know, I've been wanting to explore being intimate without having penetration. Would you be open to that? Or you could be like, which is, you know, playful. Or you can be like, you know, I feel quite tender today. My body doesn't feel like it wants penetration, and I would still love to be close and cuddle and have some touch. And would you be open to that? So it's
expressing your needs.
It's about me. You know, expressing, feeling into where you are and expressing and inviting and asking. Instead of saying, I don't want penetration, which can sound a bit hard and again, like a, what's the word? Rejection?
Yeah. It can sound as rejection,
So, and again, it's good to practice having these conversations. So even practicing with your friends, you know? And be like, okay, how can I say this in a way that comes from my heart and that can be received? And if you do that, and maybe you have to try a few times, and if it still doesn't work, then maybe reevaluate the relationship. Are you okay with this dynamic as it is, or do you need something else?
It's a good one.
So that was boundaries. And then there's desires. So again, depending on what the activity is, you can share what your desires are. So if you're giving me a massage, I can say, well, today I would actually really love some extra focus on my feet. I would love some grounding touch. My neck is quite sore and I would love to have my face like gently touched. You know, so those can be desires. And in the beginning, it can be a bit hard to know what they are, because I remember when I started doing this in the beginning, I couldn't really access what I wanted. And then I practiced and I made things up just to practice expressing it. And then I started being able to feel more into what I wanted.
I can imagine it can be a bit difficult to express your needs, though. So it's about practice.
It's about practice. It's about training your nervous system to know it's safe, which is why it's so great to go to workshops and things and actually practice.
Yeah.
I've been in workshops where we've been 2 and 2, and one is expressing desires, and it can be something you actually want, or it can be you just make something up.
Yeah.
And the only thing the other person says is, "That's a beautiful desire." The other person doesn't say yes or no, it just says, "That's a beautiful desire. Wow, what a nice desire. I love your desire," you know? So you get celebrated for your desire. Yeah. And then in another exercise, you can say all the things you want, and the other person just say, "No, thank you. No, not for me. No. No, I don't want that."
So that you get used to that.
Then you get used to getting the no.
Yeah.
And then you say, "Oh, thank you for honoring your no."
Hmm.
Yeah. So then you practice that. And that's how you get good at something. How do you get good at yoga?
Practice.
Yeah.
Everything, right?
Yeah, everything is practice.
Everything is practice. Okay.
Yeah. So desires.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know that your partner has good, strong boundaries, then you can express all of your desires.
Mm.
And if you don't know that, then you might feel the need to only express what you think they're super okay with.
Oh yeah.
Which means you might live a whole life with someone, and you might have all these desires that the other person might have wanted to do with you, but you didn't have the courage to express because you didn't feel safe that they would say no if they meant no. So a no is like, great. So when I ask you, "Can I come stay with you?" and you say no, super grateful. Because I know you're honoring your boundaries and your needs, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's desires.
Mm.
And then the M is meaning.
Mm.
So let's say you're in a Tantra temple and you're going to have an interaction with someone. And I say, "Okay, what does this interaction mean for me?" And that's often like, what do I think is about the future? Or does this mean we're going to become friends? Does it mean would I like to become lovers? Does it mean we're going to let the exchange unfold today and see what happens, but we might not talk again ever? You know, what's the meaning? Am I looking for a husband or a boyfriend or a lover, or, you know, what does it mean? Yeah. And that can also be like, what capacity and what room do I have in my life for whatever feelings can evolve, you know? That's meaning. And then we have the 2 additions. So that was RBDSM. And then we have A, which is aftercare.
Yeah.
And someone said the other day when we were talking about this, yeah, like when you've been sick and you're recovering. And I'm like, well, it's not exactly that, but so there's 2 components to this aftercare. Let's say that you're going to make love with someone, and then you have the immediate aftercare after the lovemaking ends. So then maybe I could say like, well, I would really like to be held for a while. Maybe I can say, after your lingam goes out of my yoni, I want you to hold her. Maybe I can say, I would really love some watermelon. That would feel nice for me. Or, you know, some chocolate. And then what happens tomorrow? Let's say we're in a Tantra temple and we give each other a massage. Maybe I would like us to check in via text message tomorrow and just see how we're feeling, you know, if we have any processing anything or any thoughts we want to share. So that's also aftercare. So it's like immediately after, and also like tomorrow, maybe next week, what would I need to help me integrate and process what we just shared?
Yeah.
And then the last one is T, which is trauma. So do you have any sexual trauma that might become triggered? Or any other kind of trauma that might become triggered? Will be really good for me to know about. So me, for instance, when I was a child, I was held down and tickled. And I was tickled until I couldn't breathe. And I tried to say stop, but they never stopped.
Yeah.
So that's a trauma for me. And it means that I don't like to be tickled. And if you hold me down, if I say stop, you have to stop immediately.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Yeah. So that's the kind of thing I would share. And if a lot of people have been sexually abused, so it might also be or good to share something about that if that feels relevant.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily want to share that with everyone, but if it's like, oh, if you hold me like this, then I will be triggered, so don't do that. You know, it's just very useful.
That's actually a good place to start.
Yeah.
Because I can come with this very simple example of guys being too much hands-on on a first date. And for me, if I am not there, then I don't want you to even touch my jewelry as a way to express that you like me.
Yeah.
I want to be there, and when I'm ready for that, then I can let you know. So maybe if you share all this from the beginning, then the guy would be aware enough, hopefully, not to touch before being invited in, right?
Yeah, so you can say that, you know, I really enjoy touch, and I need some time to warm up to it, so I would like to not be touched until I invite you to. And that's another thing too with penetration.
Yeah.
It's really good to ask for permission before penetrating someone. Because that's a very vulnerable thing. So that's also a boundary that you can express and be like, I would like for you to ask me before you penetrate me.
Yeah.
So that doesn't happen until you're ready and you actually want it.
But how early on can you bring this up? Can you bring it up when you are just chatting with someone on, for example, Tinder?
I think so. I think you can even say, hey, I'm learning about this new concept that I want to practice. It's called RBDSM. Do you want to play? You know? It can be a playful thing.
But won't guys take you less seriously? It's like as if I'm hearing this question in my head of women actually asking this, thinking, oh, you're into Tantra, we're going to have so much fun. You know, the misconceptions.
Well, then you will actually quite early then see that.
Yeah. So it's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to find out that you're not exactly a match, the sooner the better, I think. So now you've met this wonderful guy on the apps, that's me, and this is your opportunity to practice what I've just been teaching you with this man. And let's say you're having a video call with him before you meet for the first time.
Okay.
Which I recommend doing anyways, because then you're going to avoid the catfish. Okay, so we're on a video call, and
you will have to help me a little bit though with the letters. So the first is R, relationships.
Yeah, exactly. So how would you start the conversation?
So let's call you, I don't know, Jack?
Yeah, sure. I'm Jack.
Hi, Jack. Thank you for agreeing to have this video call with me.
Yeah, of course. My pleasure.
This sounds a bit, a bit out of my comfort zone. Okay.
Yeah.
Relationships. So I want to start. So I've been reading about this Tantra method, and I would love to experience it with you or to share it with you. Are you up for that?
Yeah, that sounds pretty exciting. What is it?
What was it called?
RBDSM.
RBDSM, okay. So it's called RBDSM, and I will explain to you what each letter means, and we can add to that A and T at the end.
Okay.
So R stands for relationships, and we can take it as we move through it.
Okay.
So I would say that my relationship status is that I'm single. I'm a single mom, actually, of a 3-year-old. Little boy. Yes. Okay. How about you?
I'm also single. I don't have any kids. I got divorced about a year ago, and I've been working through that breakup and sort of. So I feel like I'm getting ready now to be in a relationship again.
Okay. So what you are looking for is relationships. A relationship. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Should I bring here the kid thing? No, it's
the
not
what?
Relationship. The kid thing.
The kid
How
thing. What was
do you feel about me having a kid? No.
You can.
Actually, yeah, because for me it's important.
Yeah, it's part of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, since you don't have a child on your own, how do you feel about dating someone who has a kid from before?
Well, to be perfectly honest, there aren't many women out there without kids my age. But actually, I love kids.
Okay.
So for me, that's just a plus, actually. I don't really necessarily want to be a father, but I would love to have kids in my life. So
Okay.
yeah.
That's wonderful to hear.
Yeah. Or I could say, I hate kids, so maybe you're not for me.
Perfect.
Exactly.
Then I know where I stand. Then
Yes.
from here it is namaste. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Because my kid is such an important part of my life.
Exactly. And it's an honest thing not to
Oh my
want kids.
God, I love it. I'm
Yeah.
so gonna do this next time I talk to someone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it is so simple.
Yeah.
Then we go to B.
Yep.
And that's boundaries.
Mhm.
So maybe other boundaries will come up while getting to know each other, but a boundary that comes up for me right now is that even though I like touch, I would like for you to wait with touching me until I say that I'm ready for that. And it has nothing to do with you. It's about me feeling comfortable being around your energy, first of all, before I allow before I am actually fine with you even touching my hand. Even though I touched your hand now, we are on a video call, but
Yeah. Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I think it's really good to know.
Okay.
Yeah. Can I ask if I can touch you, or do you want me to wait until you say I'm open to touch now?
Maybe you can allow me to touch your hand first.
Okay.
When I'm ready for that, so that then you know that I'm ready for that without too many words.
So is that going to be our signal?
Yeah. Okay.
You touch my
Yes.
hand and then that's
and
fine.
then you know that you can touch my hand.
Okay.
It's just touch has to take its time with me.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you for being so open at receiving.
Yeah. Okay.
And how about you?
So we're like talking about first date now. Boundaries for the first date. Okay. One of my boundaries is that I pay for our food. I would not like you to pay when I open the doors. That's really important to me. And also, you can touch me. I'm open to touch. So.
Now, in brackets, out of video call, is that a real boundary that the guy says that he wants to pay for the food, so that's his boundary?
Yeah. Yeah.
There are so many women out there that are fighting to pay for their own. Yeah, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Because I'm romantically interested in you.
Yeah, right.
And
yes.
for me, it's an important part that I get to provide that food for you. Yeah, or whatever you want, I'll provide it.
Nice. Thank you for sharing that. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
What was the next letter?
So we did RB.
B.
Now it's D.
D. And that stands for, wait, desire.
Yes.
Oh, can we actually bring up desire so early?
Yeah. For instance, if you could have it all your way on the first date, what are your desires?
Oh, so it doesn't have to be physical.
Doesn't have to be physical.
Okay. So since we're talking about that first date, I would say that D, by the way, stands for desire.
Yeah.
I would actually love to, since it's such nice weather right now in Oslo, I would love to maybe grab a tea or something to drink and take a walk first. How do you feel about that?
That sounds really nice.
Right, in nature, maybe somewhere a bit away from noises. And
somewhere like this?
Yes,
yeah.
Where we can maybe walk a bit barefoot and ground. Yeah, and it is lavterske, low.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to say that.
We'll
leave it there.
Chill activity.
And it's a chill activity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no pressure.
No pressure.
Okay. Any other desires?
Well, you're paying for the drink that we're grabbing, but that you said already, so I think that's about it.
You would like me to pay for that? That would feel good for you.
Yes,
Okay,
I think so.
Okay.
And no expectations of high heels, please, since we're taking a walk. I love high heels in other occasions, but since we're going for a walk,
okay,
I'm going in flats.
Okay.
Yes. How about you? Any desires for that?
Let me feel into that. Yeah, I think I'm feeling into it. If at some point you would feel okay with holding my hand, I think I would love that.
Oh, thank you for sharing it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. I'm quite like cuddly, so yeah, would like that.
Okay.
But you touch my hand first, and then we take it from there. I'll ask. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it really.
Okay.
I just want to be with you.
That was lovely to hear.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. What's the next one?
M.
M. M stands for
Meaning.
meaning. So what is the meaning with this?
Yeah, so you kind of touched on it already.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
are you open for a relationship? Like, what does it mean to you? Do you want a one-night stand, you know? Or...
So M is for meaning. And of course, before we have met, it's not like we know what this means. But eventually, if you can have it the perfect way,
Yeah.
what would you like? What meaning would you like to place into our meeting? So basically, what are you looking for?
I just want a fuck buddy. So if you're game for that, we go to the park, we chill, we have a drink, and then we go and...
Is there someone that would actually say that?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's actually nice if they are honest.
Yeah, I think a lot of people want that. Or friend with
Yeah,
benefits.
but they would just say it, yeah.
They might probably say friend with benefits.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. What I have space for in my life now is a friend with benefits. I don't have the capacity for a big relationship. But, you know, someone we can booty call could be. Or I could say I'm longing to find my life partner. So ideally that is what I want. Yeah.
Can I ask at this point if the person is monogamous?
Yeah.
Because I think that's important.
Yeah, definitely.
To know. Okay.
Yeah. Like you can probably do in relationship part or in the meaning part.
Yeah.
Both work.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, so if you're answering like that, then obviously you are not monogamous, right?
If I want a friend with no, I could just want one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Or I could want 10. I don't know. Yeah.
This is really good to know, because if someone is looking for a relationship and you get that answer, then you know pretty early on that maybe there's no point in meeting this person.
Then it's like amazing, and I hope you find that, and I'm gonna go find my thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you answer? Okay, thank you so much for this. I'm actually looking for a relationship here.
Yeah.
So
you know, thank you so much for sharing and being
so
honest
much for
with
sharing,
me. You know, and you know, you might end up being friends after that.
Yeah.
Because you're so honest, and there's no like wondering, pushing, pulling, wondering.
Pushing, pulling, and also wanting to make the person into something that they are not.
Yes.
Or that they are not ready
Just
for.
let them be. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then it is the aftercare.
Yes.
So after this date, I would love if you would contact me within 24 hours. Even if it is, you know, this is that you want to say that this wasn't something for you, or that you want to be friends. But I would love to know where I am at.
Okay.
And I will be as honest as you are with me, also telling you where I'm at. But I would love for you to contact me first.
Okay. Oh, you want me to message or call you first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Message is fine, maybe.
Okay.
Or see how it feels. Like,
yeah. Okay. And then you want me to tell you where I'm at, how I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Like, do I want to meet you again?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. But it's okay for me to process a little bit first.
Of course.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it doesn't have to be 24 hours, right?
Okay.
Okay, let's say,
Okay. But we could have that as a boundary, like within 24 hours.
Or 48 hours.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's good to put a boundary, right?
I mean, you can if you want, whatever feels good for you. But it can be nice, because also...
You don't go around and wonder.
Yeah, and also what I think of as soon might be one day, and for you it's a week.
Yeah.
So that, you know. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, what about just after our date? Do you want me to walk you home, or?
I will let you know.
Okay.
I will let you know.
Oh yeah, maybe you just want me to take you to the bus or something.
Well, it depends how I feel about you, right?
Yeah.
So, or how I feel in general after
Okay.
the date. Maybe I will need time to process and be a bit in my own energy instead of continuing to be in your energy. But maybe I would love to extend the date, so then I can ask you to walk me home. So we take it as it comes.
And of course, I would walk you home just to make sure you're safe and then leave, if that's what you need. So, yeah.
Thank you for clarifying that. How about you? What is aftercare for you?
Yeah. I would like to be allowed to make sure that after a date you're safe. And if that from you means I pay for your taxi or take you to the bus or take you home, whatever you want, I would like that.
Okay.
And I'm also I'm happy with initiating conversation, and I would love for you to answer. So if I text you, answer me.
Oh yeah, like that. Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And I love it if you initiate the conversation. So when you text me,
Yeah.
I will answer.
Okay. Good.
And then traumas.
Yeah.
The T stands for trauma. So
Okay.
do you have any traumas related to relationships? It can be of any form that you feel comfortable sharing with me right now.
Okay. Yeah. I've been in relationships where my partner's been quite volatile, and that makes me just really retract and dissociate a bit. So I'm all for emotions, but it scares me a bit when they're very intense and like mean.
Mean?
Yeah, like name calling or things like that.
Yeah,
I don't.
okay.
Yeah, that doesn't sit well with me.
And what happens when that happens? What has happened when you have been in that situation?
Dissociation.
Dissociation.
Just
Yeah, of course.
zoning out
it's
a little
natural.
bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. What about you?
Trauma. I would say the first thing that comes to mind is, and I'm not even sure that if this is, it's definitely not a big T trauma, more of a small T trauma. Not being able to express my needs, because when I do express them, they are not well received.
Okay.
And it can be any sort of need, from simple things like a massage, or to sexual desires, to being held instead of having sex. Like, I've experienced often in relationships that when I have expressed what I needed, it wasn't well received, and it was taken very personal from the person I was together with. So it would be that, actually, the trauma.
Okay, what would you like instead?
Me expressing what I need in a positive way, obviously, not in a judgmental way, and you being open to listening. And if you have questions, of course you can ask, and never taking it personal, because my need has nothing to do with you. But also being open to providing that what I need within, of course, what is possible.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. Okay, I think we're fine for a date now.
Okay, we can go on a date now?
Yeah, of course.
I'm approved. Let me take you to the park, baby.
This was really nice, actually. I think I'm going to practice this, and I really mean it. I don't say it for the camera.
Yeah.
I think this is really nice.
It's quite fun, isn't it?
It is quite fun.
It can be playful, it can be vulnerable, it can be however you feel. And it can be really, really playful. Like you can plan a date with this conversation.
Yeah.
And then maybe on the first date you can have the same conversation for the next date.
Right?
Yeah, and
yes.
then maybe what are the desires for the next date, you know? So yeah.
And it's a lot to do with expressing what you need.
Yeah, what you want,
it's
what you need.
It's a nice exercise.
And then you can revisit. Maybe you're on a date and maybe you're transitioning from dinner to your home. And you come in and you can be like, okay, so for this segment of the date, let's revisit the RBDSM
Yeah.
and see if something changed. Maybe we need to put in place some boundaries, you know?
Very conscious dating.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice. I
Yeah.
love it. And I think you can use this with friends as well.
Yeah. I think it's a good framework for a lot of things. Yeah.
Well, I'm grateful for this. Thank you for sharing.
My pleasure. And thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.
Bye. I think this went well.
Yeah, me too.